Alright, I'm back for part 3. Yeah, there's not much to really say. So, this is, the cost was under 55 bucks, but, I'm still going to keep it, because inflation and shit, and you might buy better products. And the paint has gone up before I bought it, so, or after I bought it, so, for the drywall, just regular drywall patch mud. Add a little water and you can paint that shit on, and it is super easy. Way cheaper than Mod Podge, which is a tiny little jar for like $7 or $8. I think even $10 at some places. Mod Podge is great for doing something small, like maybe a little diorama. But like if you're doing a full size table, it ain't economically sane to do that shit. You probably spend 30 bucks or more of that shit alone. So this is after everything's been mudded. All I did is this: take the bucket, pour water in it, and then not that much water, just enough to soup up the top, and just paint it on. The paint is cheap. Those little jugs go for about $5 a piece, and the big one goes for about 10 bucks at Walmart. I had a couple extra just laying around, added some water because the cheap paint is super thick, and I just base coated everything in black. Here's the first coat of dark gray, so pretty much make the paint the same way, just add a little bit of white to make it gray. Still add water, but just not as much, because you want to thin it down anyway, because the acrylic paint is fucking so thick. This is after the second or the first dry coat, where it's just like a lighter gray, and then I did a second dry coat of mostly white with like 4 tablespoons of white to like maybe a teaspoon of black. And that's the contrast, the gray to the first coat. And this is after all the dry brushing, which is just like 2 dry brushes. One's heavier than the other, and you just want more white in the paint. And this is just a few setups I did with all the terrain. Now, there's only 4 pieces that I didn't make because I messed up when I was cutting the wood. I talked about that in the update. It's not really a big deal. There's enough terrain for literally 2 4x8 tables, and to make the tables look good. And you'll see this little clip here. This is all the leftover terrain. I take all the terrain that's on the table and I move it off the table, and I use this to make another like setup. It still fucking looks decent. I'm really happy with all this. I have to go out now and buy like a tote to put it all on in, so I can just hide it under the fucking table and you'll never see any of this. You can also stack this on top of each other, like side by side, because most of the bases are only like an inch thick, where the church I think is like 3 inches, and that's the thickest like base. And I made some ledges so you can have like a guy shooting out of like the church tower and stuff. Other than that, it's like super easy, super fast. I just had like so much shit going on in the last like month and a half, and I got more train videos coming. I'm gonna be working on some NID stuff, and I'm gonna do another couple of videos for BattleTech. Have an actual 40k game Sunday to be playing, and a friend is driving in for like an hour and a half away, so I might film it, but then again the mic on the camera sucks, so I might do like the audio later. So this is like after I took all that train off, and then I put this train on. I just left my orcs on the fucking table because the room's a wreck. But again, there's still like stuff that I didn't put on. That was still stuff that was never used. There's a ton of terrain, plus all the craters were made from this. So that's pretty much part 3. It's all done. It looks good. It's super cheap, under 55 bucks for all this. There's the 4 pieces that I didn't get to use. 2 of them are like for the church, and as long as I made the church in one whole piece, you know, there's still enough piece to make the whole church. I was happy as fuck. I didn't care. But I did another video here. This is like showing some of the ledges I just put on stuff. And you can go as far with the detail as you want. If you want to put like little pieces of metal in there to look like rebar, you want to add like some sand and rocks as debris, you can do that. That's all up to you. I just did the bare basics because I want to do it as cheap as possible, as fast as possible, because life has been kicking me in the ass lately. So I don't have time to do shit. I barely have time to fucking play video games. And what else was I going to say? Yeah, so I'm going to be doing some NID train for my friend. I'll record that shit. The Battletech stuff, I have to go buy a couple things. I bought more foam. I bought another board. So I'm going to do some like inserts for some of these buildings, which just like big piles of rubble and stuff. And I'm going to buy another mat, another felt mat, gray, so it'll match like the city and stuff. And I'm going to do some more roads. I need to make some more roads because my roads are kind of shit. And I'll film that too. It'll be like a simple like train a day video. But I definitely want to make more roads because that's what's pretty much lacking out of all of this. And what else? Nothing else going on. I'm doing some video game reviews. I just got a PlayStation 4. I'm probably going to get a PS5 soon. So I'm going to get back into playing like video games and doing video game reviews. I'm going to get a PS5 VR soon. Maybe for Christmas. Maybe not. So maybe at least the PS5. But hopefully soon. And go and do those reviews for VR and stuff again. Get back into all that. But I love this one with like the church in the middle. I'll do a video when I do the rest of the inserts, and like I want to add more to the city. But this is it. Thanks for watching. Hope this helped. And for $55 you can make a lot of train this way. Check out the first and second video. Leave a message if you need help. Alright, take care. Bye.